Let's talk about transformations. Transformations are a series of changes that could happen to a function and what kind of effects it has on it. For example, if the change is f of x minus a, the function shifts right by a. If it's f of x plus b, the function shifts up vertically by b. If it's k times f of x, there's a vertical stretch by a factor of k, and it reflects in the x-axis if k is less than 0. And if it's f of k times x, there's a horizontal stretch by a factor of k and reflects in the y-axis if k is less than 0. So let's look at this example here. F of x is equal to x cubed, and g of x is equal to negative 2x minus 1 cubed plus 4. And we're going to be looking at what kind of transformations x to the power of 3 went through to get to g of x. And the general rule for stating transformations is reflection first, stretch second, and shift third. That is the easiest way. So let's look at this here. There's a negative here, so that's a reflection. So let's say reflection across let's say x-axis. So that means negative f of x. So that would be negative f of x, which is equal to negative x cubed. Then let's do stretches. So there's a 2 here. So that's a vertical stretch. Stretch by 2, factor of 2. So that would be negative 2f of x, which is equal to negative 2x cubed. Then let's do shift. So there's a horizontal shift first. Horizontal shift. Horizontal shift by, well, this is negative 1, so that would be 1 to the right. So that's negative 2f of x minus 1. That would be negative 2x minus 1 cubed. And lastly, there's a vertical shift. By 4 up. This would be negative 2f of x minus 1 plus 4, which is negative 2x minus 1 cubed plus 4. And these are transformations that this function went through. And obviously, you don't have to write down all these steps. You don't have to write these steps down. These were just to help you understand, and usually you should be just able to do this in there. What can we actually do with transformations? Well, we can actually graph equations. So this is the original equation was y equals, well, f of x is equal to x cubed, right? And we have listed out all the transformations that have happened to it to get to g of x. As you can see here, these are all the transformations. And if you actually apply these transformations step by step, you would get g of x. You will be able to graph g of x is equal to negative 2 times x minus 1 cubed plus 4. That's how you should be able to graph it using transformations. Well, since we covered transformations, let's actually talk about the specific sketching rules. Number 1, you have to identify the x-intercept and the y-intercepts. Those are the most important and you must label them, and if there are asymptotes, you should also label them. Second, use transformations on the graphs you already know. That should be how you do sketching. And third, you do not need exact ratios for the numbers for axes. So if the x-axis is by 1, so 1, 2, 3, and the y-axis is by 100, you don't have to have the exact ratios for them. However, for graphing, you do need the exact ratios. So remember that. When it says sketching, you don't need exact ratios. For graphing, you do.